Good afternoon. It's always so hard to be second speaker after Nico. Thank you, Nico. Good afternoon, Nice Toastmasters. I'm very happy again to be here today with you. My speech today is about my leadership style. This is for my level 2, my next path. As many of you probably you remember my first speech that I presented regarding the icebreaker. I talk about my life, how my life overseas helped me to develop and nourish passion for volunteering. So today I would like to talk to you about how the volunteer opportunities that I have had over the last decade has helped me to develop a more altruistic leadership style and to develop skills that help people and communities to get empowered. First, I consider myself a person with great commitment in building communities. Second, I have learned through my years of volunteer the importance of being a leader and put the needs of others first. And third, there is no doubt that I have discovered and I have developed a lot of good abilities to motivate people and to get involved in different projects and therefore to pursue common goals in our communities. First of all, I would like to give you a very snapshot of how I have helped to build communities through my altruistic and leadership style. During COVID, I decided to be part of an organization called With Love Without Boundaries. They do a lot of work around the world. This is an NGO. They have foster programs around the world in countries like Cambodia, like China, like Angola. And because I'm a Spanish speaker, they invited me to be part of a project in Guatemala. So since 2020, I basically started working with them and helping to set up and to launch the project in Guatemala. Basically, the project consists of extracurriculum activities for kids, some food relief program, as well as cleft palate operation in very poor communities in Guatemala. A month ago, I was very blessed to participate in a mission. So I took some time off and I went down there to Guatemala for 5 days. It was so exciting to meet the field workers down there and to meet the program directors. And I was very happy just to see that a small seed of my volunteer time has been enabled to the program to grow from $20,000 to $100,000. So this is a first example of how I like to help build communities. Second, the second thing that I would like to address is that I always like to put the needs of others first. As many of you know, I live in Germany, and part of my volunteer activities were devoted to set up a Spanish program with the library for kids and family. So I was very fortunate to empower some of the mothers and the kids from the military community to join and to come once a week and sing, do crafts, and read Spanish books in our local library. So this was a very rewarding community. I was able to mentor other military spouses, and I pass along the ball and this great coordination role to after I left Germany. The third thing that I would like to share with you is definitely how I like to use my abilities and my leadership skills to empower others to pursue a common goal. Currently, I'm a very active volunteer in my community. And I think that I mentioned last time, I'm part of the landscape committee, the communications committee, as well as the architectural committee as well. There is this community where I live. This is an historic community. It's a part of the National Register list, and we have a beautiful totem at the entrance of the community, and it's been decayed. This community was built in 1970, so I step with some ideas on the landscape committee, and I propose that we should just refurbish it, redo it, because this is the way people will see, and this represents the image of our community. So currently, I'm looking for grants from different organizations on Maryland, and I'm very happy just to get out of my comfort zone and step in and just probably do some research and propose it to the community to get additional funds to restore this beautiful totem pole that we have at the entrance of our neighborhood. So basically, I just want to leave you today with my three main thoughts. My volunteer experience has leading me as of today to help to build community, to put the needs of other persons first, and to motivate others to accomplish common goals. And I'm very happy to contribute with this. And this is part of my leadership style. And I just wanted to share this with you. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a great afternoon.
Rocio, thank you very much for your speech. I think we got to know a lot more about you. It makes sense that one of the things, the very first thing you did was call back to your icebreaker speech. I think it also, we got to know more about you as a leader more, and I can definitely tell you are, sorry, I can definitely tell you are a person that who does a lot of civic duty, a person who is very community minded, who likes to help her community, and it definitely showed in this speech, and which is appropriate because this speech is called My Leadership Style. We learned a lot about your values, why you're a leader, and you gave us 3 examples of what you do. Forgive me, I don't think I wrote down the third one, but the first 2 was, I believe, Doctors Without Boundaries. You going to Guatemala, and the second one was a little bit of a callback. You going to Germany and helping, I believe you said mothers and wives of armed force officers, and I believe there was also something about Spanish community as well. You always try to help basically people like you, and yeah, I would say you are a treasure everywhere you go. I think we need more people like you. And this was a very motivating speech. I like to think of myself as someone who like to help people, but I volunteer from time to time. I volunteer at farms from time to time. But this is something you could hear and you could say, wow, let's go and volunteer more. I think this is a very good speech. It told us more about you. And also, it could definitely be a call to action. And please keep showing up as your full self, because that's why Toastmasters is here, to help us learn from other people and motivate us. One thing I think you could improve at is also the structure, which I kind of liked. I like the 3 examples, but I like the 3 examples, but you didn't weave into why why you do it. Like, yes, you told us what you did, but you didn't really tell us why you did it, in the sense that tying it back to your altruistic leadership style. Also, I would say you you kind of missed an opportunity with the finish, because this was a perfect speech to have a call to action, in the sense that I help my community. Your community will be also help your community as well. I don't know how to do it because I don't have the best finishes as well, but I think you missed an opportunity with not having a call to action, especially with this speech. And to challenge yourself, I can see that you have a lot of you were using notes, which is fine. I think you were focusing so much on that notes that you had a lot of ahs, especially in the beginning. Once you got going, I think it kind of softened up. It was less, but you definitely have a lot of us in the beginning. I would say you can turn those notes into a PowerPoint, or you could just practice enough to not need them. But to challenge yourself, try and incorporate those notes or just not need them. Practice enough not to need them. But definitely, this is a really good speech. And for me personally, it was a motivating one. Thank you very much, Rocio. And please keep showing up as your full self.